Hi, welcome back to another Stitch with me. Today is Wednesday, the 20th of November 2024. I will be stitching today on my Jaws cross stitch from Sue Needle Juice. It is a 14 count and I am using 2 strands full crosses. So today it is a cold day. Last night it was below freezing point, and now we are at 0 degrees. So it's very cold, and there's like a little white layer of ice on top of everything. They are talking about snow later, so yeah. Um, yeah. I slept in today. Oh man, I woke up around 7 and I looked at the clock and I was just, just a half an hour more. And then 2.5 hours later, I woke up and then it was 9:30 and half of the day was already gone. Oh man, I was just completely, heavy, groggy in the head, and I walked into the living room, and Albert was still sleeping on the couch, and he was totally not bothered with me getting up late. So he just kept on sleeping. And actually, at the moment where I'm recording this, he is lying in his basket full of toys and right in a sun. Yeah, by the door. The sun is coming in the glass door, and he gets the sun right in his face, and he's just lying there and enjoying that warmth from the sun. Oh yeah, he's so cute. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. This is a pre-recorded voiceover. Um, I could feel that I needed to make it a little bit easier on me, since I am doing a lot of videos at the moment, and I am preparing the Christmas stitch along stories. So there's a lot, and yeah, we all have to take care of ourselves. So that is what I'm doing. I can concentrate on stitching better if I don't have to talk also. And also I can concentrate better on talking if I don't have to stitch at the same time. So I thought, yeah, why not make it a little bit easier on me. So, but I really, really love this stitch. I love the pattern. It's so fun. And we have actually just been watching Jaws 1 and Jaws 2. My husband has never seen Jaws 2. So we just saw Jaws 1 and then moved over to the sequel. And I know they're old. From the first one is from 1975, and I think the second is from 78. But I just love them, and it's fun to see the old actors like Roy Schneider, is he called, and I can't remember the other one, but I do love it. And there's some really golden um, what's it called, statements in the movie. Some that we are quoting today, like you're gonna need a bigger boat, and I really love Richard Dreyfuss' part. He's such a fun character in that one, and Robert Shaw as Quint. I think he was an amazing captain that just didn't give a shit. I love that. So yeah, there was some funny quotes, and I love when they're sitting and it's late night and they're sitting and singing. And all of a sudden, while they're banging on the table, the shark attacks. And at first, I didn't hear it because it's like the same time as they hammer their hands in the table. And also the scene where they compare their wounds, their scars from their attacks. We almost saw everybody got scared. How much clothes are they going to take off? It was fun. It was a great movie, I think, at the time. It was a Spielberg movie, so yeah. Yeah, the Facebook. It is. Yeah, I'm so happy about how it's coming along. It's been up a couple of days, and we're almost at 100 members. So that is absolutely amazing, and we already uh, starting a community in there, and I just really love that. I love that I get to see what you all are doing, and that's really something. I have been thinking about it a lot. I tried to start a Instagram account, but it's just not working out for me. So I decided I will do the Facebook. If you're not a member yet, it is called A Random Stitcher Like Me, and I'll try to link. I'm just laughing because my dog is lying in his basket of toys, and every time he moves, there's a little piggy toy that says oink oink. It's so fun. Oh yeah, but yeah, I will try to leave a link in the description box if you want to be a member. Yeah, so I told you about that Christmas stitch along. There's a video about it if you want, and I said that it is going to be a Facebook event to kind of kickstart my Facebook, and I haven't run into a couple of problems with uploading video. I tried to upload a video yesterday, and apparently the videos that I upload cannot be any longer than, I can't remember, it was 3 or 4 minutes. And my daily stories, stitch along stories, will be longer than that. I cannot tell the story within 3 or 4 minutes. So I tried to make I tried to upload it to Facebook, but so that Facebook uploaded to YouTube. So and with a link, so the Facebook members can see the video. But it's double work for me, and also I know there are some of you who has told me that you don't use Facebook, and but you wanted to follow along with the daily videos, the daily stories. So I am thinking, and I have just asked about it for their opinion, your opinion on Facebook. If it would be okay with everybody that it's going to be something on YouTube instead. So far, the ones that has replied says it's totally fine. So I'm thinking that is what is going to, yeah, it's how it's going to be, that I upload the stories to YouTube. They are small stories. I'm thinking maybe 10 minutes. I'm creating the story every day, so I haven't created the full story yet. But as I talked about in that video, told you about how it is with the stitch along. Basically, it's in the middle of an environmental disaster in Denmark, maybe in the whole country, whole world. And you are walking home for Christmas, and you are walking on the Danish Camino, and every day you walk a stage, and that number of kilometer is the number of stitches that you're going to be stitching on the pattern that I have uploaded to Facebook for you to download. As I said, I haven't created the stories yet. I have asked you for a word. So every day I will create a story and put in that word. And already there's some fun one. My daughter suggested giraffe, and there was one suggesting a mosquito, the word mosquito, and mittens, I believe is a word. So it's going to be fun. I love creating small stories like this. So, but at the same time, it is going to be information about how the landscape, how the country is on that in that part of Denmark. So you're going to hear about what you will be seeing on that stage if you were walking for real. So I'm hoping it can be interesting and a little bit fun. I am thinking about some stuff that I want to put in. Maybe some people you meet, or maybe there's a little bit of magic happen. I don't know, and crazy stuff. I have warned everybody. It's not for sure that it's going to make any sense at all, because I think it's sometimes fun to just come up with stuff that doesn't make fun and doesn't make sense. So I don't know. It also depends on how my mood is that day. Maybe I am feeling very creative, and maybe I'm not. So probably we'll be able to see that in the stories. But anyway, I'm thinking that it might end up with daily videos starting from Sunday, with a daily story from the Danish Camino. And then there's the issue with the pattern. If you are not on Facebook, you cannot get the pattern. I don't know how to actually solve that. It is there for download, it's free. I don't know where else to put it, because you cannot upload it to YouTube for people to get. So I'm not sure how to get that. But as I also has said, you are welcome to stitch along with some other project. There will be, in total, this pattern is 636 stitches. So in total, or every day, there will be around maybe 30 stitches or something like that. There's 24 stages, 24 stories. So it is not a humongous big task for you to stitch along every day. So I will be stitching on it every day for 24 days. And so come on over to Facebook if you want to get the pattern. And if you can't do it yourself, maybe you can get somebody else to do it and send it to you or something. Yeah. I haven't got anywhere else to put it. So yeah. As they say in Jurassic Park, life finds a way. So maybe also this will find its way to you. I'm hoping. But if everything just you cannot get it to work at all, you're welcome to email me or comment, and we can work something out. But I prefer if you download it from Facebook, because that is how it's easiest for me. Because of course the next month or something is going to be a little bit busy for me. So also some of the stories will be part of, for example, Random Friday. Maybe if I do a normal stitch with me on Wednesday or something else, it's because I don't want to make 2 videos on the same day. So if I am doing some video on a day, I will put in the daily story in that video. So yeah. But I know there's a lot of you who are very interested in finding out how it's going with that girl I talked about in the last time. It is, I am watching a Danish series called Families Like Ours, and in my last stitch with me, I talked about the daughter that really got herself into some trouble. So I'm going to talk more about that now. I have watched another show. It is airing every Sunday. So we are at episode 5 in this one. There is 7 episodes in total. So this is episode 5. So I'm just going to fill you in on what's going on. So basically this TV series is about a disaster, environmental or nature disaster. Denmark is going under, is about to be flooded. It's not happening yet, but the government has declared the country, I don't know what they say, but they're going to evacuate people. The rich one can find their own kind of can move to the rich countries. The not so rich people, they are depending on the government to find them a new place in maybe Poland and other not so rich countries. So we're following a family that's where the father is, yeah, he has a very good job. He has money is not an issue. They live in a big house, and he is divorced from his first wife, and he's now living with another woman, with he has one child. His first wife and him has one daughter, and the daughter is the one I talked about last time, and her mom, her real mom. So we ended up last time with the daughter not reaching the ferry. She just arrived, minutes late to get on the ferry where her mother is. Her mother has decided to take the offer from the government and going to what was it for a city? It was Bucharest, and I think it's in Romania. She decided to take that offer. Her ex-husband has offered her to come along with them, but there's a little bit uncertainty about that. So she chose this because it was certain, and then things happened. Her daughter was to go with her father to Paris, and changed her mind in the very last minute. She rushed to the ferry, tried to get on board to her mom. And the reason why she changed her mind is that she works daily in a kindergarten, and there was a little boy who drew her a sketch, a drawing, and the drawing was her family. As far as she could understand, it was her family, and on the ground there was a woman, apparently dead. And the boy didn't say so, but Laura, as the daughter is called, was instantly worried that that was her mom. And so that's what changed her mind. She wanted to be with her mom to protect her. And so she rushes home to her father, and he's of course upset because he wanted her to go with them to Paris. But eventually he gave up because she is determined. She wants to go to her mom on the ferry. So he gives her a lot of money and in her backpack, and also a gun for protection. Because everything is changed in Denmark. All of a sudden there's violence and guns, and yeah. So she's late, and then there's a woman, I think, that says you can get on a private boat that will take you to Bucharest. It's going to take some days because they're going to Poland and further on there, and she decides to go. Of course, it's not free. It's a little bit dodgy, but yeah. And the last thing we see is her on the boat, and the captains and the people on the boat, the ones that runs the show, they're not nice people, and they don't want them to use their phones, so she cannot call and say where she is, and we all get a feeling that they are not good people, so that is not good. And so the episode ends with her dad completely out of his mind, standing in the airport, ready to board the plane to Paris, not knowing where his daughter is, and also he calls her mom on the ferry, so now she's also worried out of her mind, where is the daughter? So I was very excited to start this episode. First, we see we hear kind of a radio news. The speaker tells about that people are not really believing that there really is a disaster going to happen because there are no water in the streets of Copenhagen or anywhere in the country. There's no water to be seen. So what is all that with the flooding? But later on in the episode, we will find out that the water is coming. Russia is at the moment flooded completely. People cannot live in normal houses. It's on the way to Poland also, so it's getting closer to Denmark. So the daughter, her name is Laura. She had a boyfriend named Elias, and they just met right before they were meant to go to Paris and whatever, and very much in love. When she decides that she wanted to go with her mom to Romania, he got very upset because he had changed everything so that he could go with her to Paris. So, and it all took place so quickly. Her decision comes so quickly, so that they just kind of broke up. And so he's totally upset. Her dad, Laura's dad, and family, they are now in Paris. The problem is that he has not got the correct, what's that called? I think it's called residence permit. They get it after a while when they have worked and lived in Paris, in France. But everything is ready for them. He has a very nice job, and the management has got them a very nice and big apartment. Everything is good, but his daughter is missing, so he needs to find out where she is, and he wants to go to the police, and then his boss comes and say, please don't do that, because we are giving you a job and you doesn't have the correct residence, residence permit. So you will really harm our company if you are doing it. But Laura's dad is just, I need to do it. So he contacts her boyfriend Elias, and also goes to the police to report her missing. He talks with Elias on the phone, and he says, can you help me? Will you help me trying to find Laura? And Elias said yes. So, and her dad says, you can take the car and just go. So Elias goes, and he's kind of happy because now he gets to be with Laura again. So he takes off and he drives to the border. They will not let him through because he hasn't got any permit to go through Germany. So they actually takes his passport. So now he has no way to getting in legal in any countries. So he calls and calls Laura, and finally she's able to answer the phone. And we hear that she has made it to, I think it's Russia. And it is bad. It's very bad. It's there's a lot of water. The people that has the boat is not nice people. They want more and more money, and eventually they say you cannot go on the next boat because they are leaving on another boat for probably Romania. I'm not sure. You cannot go. We don't want you on. So she's just there, and of course she's upset. I have to go. And she gets a fellow fugitive to help her and talk her case, because apparently she's maybe Polish and talks the language. But there's a guy, the captain, he just get completely upset and he threatens Laura. And then the girl, the fugitive, said, Laura, you got a gun, take it. This is what you are meant to use the gun for, to protection. Because Laura offers him money, a lot of money, and he takes the money, and then he still says, no, you cannot go. So now she hasn't got any money. And then she takes out the gun, and then the captain just get completely mad. He kind of knocks her out, hits her anyway, and then we kind of get the feeling, because they are dragging her away, lying on the ground, they're just dragging her. We get the feeling that this is the end for Laura. They're probably going to kill her. So she's lying on the ground, face down, and she's looking out on the water, and the captain just takes her gun, loaded, aim at her head, and you can see that she just waits to die. It's a very dramatic minute, that scene. Then the pictures change over to the people going on that boat. And there is kind of a bang, but we don't know, is that a gun or is that something on the boat? Did he kill her or did he not kill her? We actually don't know. But before that, Elias was able to get in contact with Laura, and he can hear she's stressed out, but as he can understand, she's on the way to Poland. So he wants to go to Poland too, and he promised her that somehow he will make it there. And he takes off, kind of hiking. That's a little bit fun because my Christmas SAL sits along is hiking. So yeah. As it turns out, Laura didn't get shot. So she can see the boat is leaving, and she's just there in a country she don't know. She meets some young girls who she talks with and asks, if I walk, how far away is it? And they say that it's a long, long walk. She asked the girls if they want to go with her, and they say no, it's too far, they say. So they are in Russia now, and they say it's a long, long walk to get to Poland. The next thing you see is that Laura decides to, I don't know, she spends the night in the woods in the dark. She's alone, and you can see she's really scared and kind of also beaten up a little bit, and she's not doing good. So in the meantime, her boyfriend Elias, he has got a ride with a truck driver, and he actually makes it to Poland, and he's ready to find Laura. Laura wakes up the next morning, early morning, and decides to just walk. So you see her walking, coming out from the woods, crossing kind of a field, and there is a train, railroad train. She follows the train tracks and gets to a station. And to me, it looks like when she walks in the station, she hasn't got any shoes on. I'm not sure, but she looks terrible. And she's exhausted and in shock. You can see it. And she sits down. And there's an old lady there. And she can see that Laura is not good. And talks with her and offers her a sandwich. Yeah. So yeah, she gets a sandwich from the old lady, and she asked her where she's going, and apparently Laura has made it, I can't remember if I said that, but Laura has made it across the border from Russia, through the woods, and now she's at a train station in Poland. And she says, I want to go to Stegma because that is where I'm going to meet up with my friend, and then I'm moving on to Bucharest. And apparently she said it has been days now since her plans of going to Stegma. So there's apparently been days now that we haven't seen, but she's been walking for days now. Laura asked the lady, "Can I use your phone?" And then she calls Elias, and Elias has in the meantime met a family in Poland. He was also walking in the woods, and he met a family. He met a guy, and he took him home where he could get something to eat. And nice people. The wife is pregnant, and everything is good. And they know somebody who can help him further on. So that seems good. So she calls Elias, and the lady says, because of course Elias is so happy that to hear from her, and he asks her, "Where are you now?" And she says that I'm in Poland, and she can hardly talk. She's really not good, and the lady says, "Get him to meet you in Elblock because they have this. They have agreed on meeting in Stegna." But the lady says it's better if you get him to meet you in Elblock because from there it's easier to get to Bucharest to her mother. So they agreed on meeting in Elblock. And of course, Elias is over the moon in joy, and he calls her father, inform him that he heard from Laura and she's in Poland and perhaps doing okay. So the father is so happy, and they are in the meantime being forced to move into a very small hotel room because his boss decided to shut him completely off. So now they're in Paris, and a lot of people in a small hotel room. But they're so happy to hear about Laura, and he immediately called Laura's mother, who is now in a kind of a gym, I don't know, sports place, something where they have a mattress on the floor, and they're just staying there until they can be shipped further on to where they are going. So everybody's happy, but then Elias, he's at the family, and the man, Elias has slept on their couch, and the next morning he hears something talking outside, and there's a car and some men that are talking in Polish. So the man comes in to Elias and said, "We have a visitor." And it turns out that it is an officer, policeman. The policeman says that he will take Elias to Stegna, where he was at first informed that that was where Elias was going, but Elias said it's actually Elblag now. And then the policeman says, "Can I see your passport and where are you from?" And so Elias said, "I'm from Denmark, but my passport is in Copenhagen," so he doesn't have a passport. And then the policeman looks at the man who lives there and could feel there's something up because the man looks uncomfortable. But the policeman says, "Okay, come with me, I will take you to Elblag." And you can see the man he's really not good, and we get a feeling that there's something up. And that is basically where the story ends. So we don't know. We know that Elias is going with that officer. We don't know what's going to happen. Is that a good officer? Is that a good policeman? Is he going to do something to Elias? We don't know. And in the meantime, Laura is at the train station. The that's where the last thing we saw was her phoning Elias and talking with the lady. So we don't know what's going to happen now. Will Elias get to her? Will she have to go to El Black herself? Yeah. So that is, oh man, it was very nerve-wracking. She sits there, and apparently she did have shoes on. I just checked. She did has her boots on, so it just looked like she was barefooted, but she has shoes on. She's just sitting there, and you can see she is totally in shock about what happened. And you can see the old lady, she just feels for her and want to help her. So maybe she can help her more. Let's find out next episode. And although the story with the father in Paris in a hotel room, we don't know what's going to happen with them. Can he get another job? How can they make it in Paris? Will they have to also move on to Bucharest or what? So we don't know. And what's happening with Elias? I'm very worried about that kid. So yeah, let's see. But that was the story. That what was happening. I'm sorry, my English is. I'm very groggy in my head still because I've slept in too long. So I tried to tell the story as best as I could, but yeah, probably. But anyway, I think that was it for me today. So I don't know if you can see it, but there are some odd symbols that I didn't know what to do about. So I decided to just leave them out. There are other places also where there's some odd symbols, so I just decided to not do them. For example, oops. Also, his jacket. There's also some. So, yeah, but we got a little bit done. Yeah, I got this guy. Honestly, I cannot see who that is right now, but I see it on the picture maybe. We got 91 stitches done, so that's good. So maybe I can see it on the mock-up. I think this is the chief, Roy Schneider. So I think that's him. And he's standing. Maybe he has a gun. Yeah. In his hand. That's I haven't, but that's coming down here. So, yep. That was it. I am now at open, please. I am now at 16.56%. In total, I have stitched 531. So, let's see if I can zoom you out. No, it's about this. And pads and keeper. So apparently there's going to be some half stitches, maybe quarter stitches, back stitching. Apparently I haven't read proper. I haven't read it. So perhaps I should do that before I continue. But yeah. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for your interest in following along with that Danish TV series, my kind of attempt to do a resume. And also, thank you all for joining me on Facebook. That's amazing. And as I said, I will put a link in here if you haven't, and if you would like to join me over there. My what I really wanted with the page Facebook was to see what you are stitching on. That's the way I can follow along with your stitches. So yeah. But we'll see if the Christmas stitch along is going to happen here on YouTube. I think it's going to be like that. It's going to be the easiest way for me, and also everybody can watch it. And let's find a way to get that pattern to you if you want to stitch along. But if you cannot get it or anything, let me know. We'll try to work something out, or you can stitch along with your own pattern. So anyway, it's all fun. Let's all just have fun with it. That's the main thing. Let's have fun. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I will speak to you in the next one. There will be a normal floss tube Friday. So yeah, take care and happy stitching. Bye bye.